Hello, so welcome to another video. I'm Carl Pereira, and today I'm responding to a request by a reader to my website to do a video about decision making. So particularly making good decisions when you're suffering from low self-confidence or low self-esteem. This is an experience, this is something that I've very much experienced in the past too, so I know that it is needed. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about today is never to make a decision in a negative mood. If ever you've got an important decision to make, you always want to make it in a positive frame of mind. The problem is when you're suffering from low self-esteem or low confidence, you're probably more often than not in a low state of mind, in a negative state of mind, and then you feel pressured to make a decision. Don't do it, basically. I've done it and the results are not good. Make sure you wait until you can see things in their proper perspective, rather than your mind convincing you that everything is negative, that you're pushed for a decision and you have to make a desperate choice. That's never going to be the circumstances for a good decision. And what I want you to do in this video is to think about any decisions that you do have to make at the moment. And if you'd like to add a comment to the bottom, that'd be great. What decisions do you have to make today or in the very near future that you're struggling with? And how are you going to overcome that? So that'd be great if you would add a comment. Basically, if you make a decision in a positive frame of mind, it's much more likely to be one that's helpful and that takes you a bit closer to your goals. Can I just break off very, very quickly before we go on to my second tip for making good decisions? Please subscribe to this channel, then you'll be notified for all my future videos. And do that now, before you go any further. Subscribe to this channel. I've got about 146 subscribers, and my next goal is to get 200 subscribers. So I'd be really, really helpful if you did that. Thank you. So let's go on now to our second point. Okay. Which was continuing on from the first one. Don't ever make a decision when you feel forced. It could be somebody else is forcing you to make a decision. Never rush a decision. It's never a good idea to rush. You always want to think a little bit, but keep it in balance. You don't want to overdo that, because if you think too much, that can be a real mistake as well. But never make a decision in a hurry. Take your time, and not too much time, but take your time and make sure that you're doing the right thing. Okay, now I'm thinking very, very much these days about self-care, and it's very, very important to look after yourself. Making decisions that take you closer to your goals, making decisions that are actually good for you, is very much self-care. So this is really, really important. Any decision that you make should take you just that one small step closer towards your goal. You don't have to take the big decisions all the time. You can split them into smaller steps and, just make a decision. Just decide to take that first step that will move you just that little bit closer to your goal. Okay? For example, if you've got to do some writing, a piece of writing, just take that first step to write your introduction or get started or do a little bit of research, something like that. If you've got to do some public speaking, if you've got to get up and do a speech, take the first step and decide, what you might wear, for example, to do that presentation, or what your title might be. The very, very first step, okay? So any decision, if it's truly self-care, and if you make it in a positive frame of mind, should take you just that one little step towards your goals, and they should be your goals, not somebody else's goals. They're things that you really, really want to do. Now, another thing that has affected me as well, of course, is sometimes you reach points where you just can't make a decision. Is that you? Do you sometimes find that you just without a decision, you're undecided, and that can provide an enormous amount of stress? So sometimes, although I've said, you know, don't rush decisions, you've got to keep this in balance. Sometimes making any decision, even a very small decision, is a whole lot better than making no decision. I can't tell you the amount of stress I've gone through by not making decisions or putting them off for quite a period of time, and that's really, really worrying. So finally, I think I'm coming towards the end of what I need to say on this video. So this video was actually inspired by a reader's comments. So I will ask you to make some comments below. One question I want to ask you is, today, what decision do you need to make? Or what decision are you putting off that you really need to make? And how are you going to make that decision? Please add a comment to this video. That'd be great, and I will answer. I'll try to answer as soon as I can. That'd be great. Let's get some interactivity going on this video. Finally, I'd like to invite you, as my reader did, I'd like to invite you to suggest to me a topic or an idea for a future video. And, if it's a good one, if it's helpful to others, then I'll go ahead and make a video on that. The next video I'm planning to release in a couple of days, so please, please do go and subscribe. Help me get to 200. Well, I shouldn't be saying this because one day soon this video will be out of date and 200 will be funny, I know, but at the moment I'm heading for 200 subscribers, and I'd love your help to get there. This has been Carl Pereira of more-selfesteem.com. Please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.